if she doesn't have a big enough mouth. Yes. Okay. Ah. Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome here to our Center for Spiritual Living. Whether you're here online or in person, and we love in person, so if you're online, think about coming in person. We welcome you here. This is a wonderful place where you're home. You're just here to be who you are and to learn how to let go of the things that aren't quite you. It's a place that has a wonderful co-creation, many classes, much learning, things about how you can change the things in your life that feel a little bit off. A wonderful place to grow together and to grow into yourself. So we welcome you. And it was Ernest Holmes that was the founder of our wonderful spiritual living philosophy, the science of mind. And so take a moment to give Ernest Holmes a great big heartfelt hug, because he really has impacted many of us in such good ways. And now it's time for our announcements. And we have Aaron here with us to tell you what's going on.
All right. Normally, I would tell you about all the same stuff I tell you every single Sunday. But today is a little bit different because I am your friendly neighborhood treasurer, and it's time to kick off our 2026 Conscious Giving Pledge Drive. It is that time of year, and it is only through every one of you and your gifts that we're able to impact the community the way that we do here at the center. So I am super proud of everything we've done this year. I think we've had an amazing year. Jeez. So let me first tell you some of the things we've done. From the repair standpoint, there's some things that had been missed over the years. We replaced the air conditioner at the Montessori school. We fixed our sanctuary air conditioner twice. We replaced and lit the front sign. I don't know if you guys have come by it at night, but it looks amazing now. We updated the parking lot lights to LEDs, so it's brighter and it saves money. But we have a whole lot more to do on that front. But for the community, which is really why we're here, right? Our community at the center and the community in Antelope Valley as a whole. Renee has taught 4 classes. Where did he go? Hi. Espy taught a class in all Spanish. First time we've ever done that. There's also a monthly Spanish language group that meets that is getting big and beginning to attend our regular Sunday meetings. We have Saturday yoga. We do sound baths twice a month at a minimum. We have a grief support group, and I see you, Reverend Jessica, out there. You're watching. The Healing Arts Fair that we did this year was amazing. I hope everybody here came. If you didn't, next year you can be cool. We did the Dia de los Muertos, there you go, event just last week. We've done a bunch of Sunday workshops after service. We support a vibrant AA community here. We have a community garden. We brought in great speakers every week to come help instruct us and teach us and uplift us. Yeah, that was last year. Yeah. We had a business watch meeting, which was really cool to see other businesses around come into our center. We have a men's group. We have a women's group. And that's just the things I could think of last night, kind of spitballing. But what I want to do is I want to hear from a couple of people how our center has really touched their lives. And there's a couple that have been asked to say a few words for just a couple of minutes. Dina, can you go first?
Not quite. Thank you. Okay, so good afternoon and good morning wherever you are. I'm grateful for this opportunity to stand here right now and talk about our principles, about the demonstration, about the practice and the faith within it. I've been here now since 2006, and when I started out here, I had no clue, which is why I stayed, because I learned so much. Now, I'm a Baptist preacher's kid, but they didn't teach us the manifestation part of how to do the things that Jesus said are possible to do. Well, last night we had a bingo game, and this is not what I was going to talk about, but it's what I'm going to share because, oh my God, Frank, my husband, Williams, my husband, he demonstrated so powerfully how to use the science of mind. Three times, actually. Frank set an intention before he sat down to the play. And then he went, I'm gonna win. And then he looked at every number and addressed every number that was called as my winning number. Even if it wasn't on his sheet. It was my winning number. It's the win. Yeah, I got it. So the feeling nature, which is the most important part of bringing manifestation forward, we've got to bring that forward. It's got to be within us as we give, and then as we expect to receive, we have to be the feeling part. So out goes the gratitude, and in comes the receivingship. With that comes gratitude again. So gratitude, back and forth all day long. It works if you work it, and even when you don't know that you are. That's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Jane.
I am still not over Frank. I mean, last year when we had a little bingo thing, he decided that he was going to win, and he won every game. It isn't even funny anymore. Gosh, yesterday the same. He won every game except one. Generously, he allowed somebody else to win because he got up to call numbers instead, so he wasn't playing. That's the only, gosh. Okay. I have to tell you, folks, I have been poor in my life. There was a time when my second husband and I were fairly newly married, and we found out that we owed both the IRS and the good old state franchise tax board a lot of money. There was a time when I remember, this was like 89, 90, that I went to the post office to mail a bill. And stamps at that time were 25 cents. And so was the newspaper. And I drove up, parked, and looked at the little newspaper stand there and thought, oh, that headline, oh, I'd really like to buy that. But you know what? I had 1 quarter to spare. So it was either a stamp on the bill I needed to pay or buying the newspaper. That is getting down, to the bare minimum there. And then on my daughter's 21st birthday, we had a robbery. I came home. The front window was open. I thought, what is she doing opening that window? It doesn't have a screen on it. The house is going to be full of flies. I walked in. First thing I noticed was that the TV was gone. The VCR was gone. There was a big old footprint on the couch where someone had come in the window and just stepped on the couch. My jewelry was gone. And that was a gigantic wake-up call for me because I knew stuff. And I knew right away I'm creating this. I might as well have had a big P for poor and poverty-stricken on my forehead. You know, like, come, take some more from me. I'm already poor. So yeah, turned around. That was early 90s was when I really started coming here. Really started putting things into practice because we give so many fabulous principles and practices here. But, you know, I was visualizing like crazy. And looking back now, I see that I was still thinking there was stuff out there that I had to pull in. You know, law of attraction, there's stuff out there and you've gotta work hard, visualize, pull it to you. And this little guy, I happened across one of Joel Goldsmith's books and read in there something that just snapped me into shape. He was in the same kind of situation. And he was living in Boston at the time, and he was already a Christian Science practitioner, doing well. People were coming to him for healings. But he still wasn't making enough money to really just take care of his family. And so he's walking to work 3.5 miles one way. And because he can't afford bus fare. And he says to himself, what is wrong with this picture? And that's when it hit him with a jolt. Because of everything he knew and everything he practiced, I don't know who God is. I don't know God. What he realized is that he was focused on the material and he was focused on out there needing to come in and take care of him. Why wasn't he able to, where are all you people? Why aren't you paying me more? And when he realized he was focusing on the material instead of consciousness, instead of really knowing who and what God is, that's what turned him around. And he realized that when you understand that we are swimming in a sea of God, there's no other place to be. We're not like one little speck that is somehow outside of God. He realized that too. He said, if God is all there is, and God is this love, intelligence, divine, infinite, creative energy, essence, and I'm in that, and it's flowing through me, as me, then I am a creator too. I am a creator too. It is flowing through me and out of me. Everything out there is flowing out of me. And that just gave me such a mental picture. It just turned everything around for me too. Visualizing is great, But we've got to realize that we are directing the energy, and it is flowing out of us and becoming out there. That's the thing. That's the key that I wasn't focused on. And it reminded me of, when I was thinking about this, that Frank Kafka saying, and I've got it here. I'm gonna read it to you so I don't get it wrong, because it's awesome. You do not need to leave your room. Remain sitting at your table and listen, because that's what Joel Goldsmith decided. I just need to let myself be in that consciousness. Do not even listen, simply wait. Do not even wait. Be quite still and solitary. The world will freely offer itself to you to be unmasked. It has no choice. It will roll in ecstasy at your feet. Thank you.
Thanks, you guys. That was awesome. It's amazing what we've done, and we plan to do so much more. In order to do that, as a treasurer, I need to be able to set up a budget for next year. So the reason we ask for pledge cards isn't because we want to just tie you down to something, because you can always give more. But we need to know what is coming in next month so we can plan, or next year, so we can plan next year. And so over the coming weeks, we'll talk more about this. Reverend Jessica is going to be doing readings from 365 Days to Richer Living on our YouTube channel. I believe she's going to start doing them tomorrow. And just remember, it all boils down to this, is that it is only through giving that we receive, right? If we give love, we get love. That sounds familiar. If we give forgiveness, we get forgiveness. If we give money, we get abundance. And we all want more abundance in our lives. So thank you.
All right, our congregational song.
Missed that memo, sorry. I thought you were going to do regular announcements too. This song is called I Stand Before You by Karen Drucker and David Alt. So join in embodying this song with us, and please sing if you feel moved.
I stand before you, knowing we are one. You are the mirror of my soul. I stand before you, honoring the heart of you. You are whole. I stand before you, knowing we are one. You are the mirror of my soul. I stand before you, honoring the heart of you. You are whole. I stand before you, knowing we are one. You are the mirror of my soul. before you, honoring the heart of you. You are whole. I stand before you, knowing we are one. You are the mirror of my soul. I stand before you, honoring the heart of you. You are whole. I stand before you, knowing we are one. You are the mirror of my soul. I stand before you, honoring the heart of you. You are whole. The heart of you. You are whole.
And now it's going to be our time to do the lighting of the flames. And Hernardo is going to be my lighter today. And while he comes forward, we know together we perform this ceremony to promote the universal call of consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faiths and all sentient beings come from one great universal presence. We call that spirit. And fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience. And we honor that today. We light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring beliefs and practice of all indigenous peoples, a way of primal spirituality. Dardo lights the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, devotion. We light our fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path, living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and its path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring Christ consciousness and his path of love. Dardo lights our seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring a path of submission to the highest will of God. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. I've met some Baha'is, and they're pretty powerful. I like that unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles that we always apply with great love. As Ricardo lights the 10th candle for those who are as yet unaware of spirit in their lives, we hold space for them here in our hearts and in this center. And as the ending healing candles are lit, put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to experience that wonderful healing in God's eternal love. And thank you, and thank you. The reading today, of course, is my Mark Nepo Book of Awakening, having the life you want by being present to the life that you have. And so I usually just ask and open. This is a little bit long, but I really enjoyed it. He talks about what is not expressed. What is not expressed is depressed, and that's his little. It seems the more we express, that is, bring out what is in, the more alive we are. The more we give voice to our pain and living, the less buildup we have between our soul and our way in the world. However, the more we depress, the more we push down and keep in, the smaller we become. The more we stuff between our heart and our daily experience, the more we have to work through to feel life directly. Our unexpressed life can become a callus we carry around and manicure, but never remove. Experience can, in effect, lose its essential tenderness and poignancy as we mistakenly conclude that life has lost its meaning. To a man unaware of the cataracts filming his eyes, the world seems dimmer, not his seeing. How often do we find the world less stimulating, unaware that our heart is diminished because of its encasement in all that remains unexpressed? He concludes, it seems our authenticity is tied to what is depressed and what is expressed. Just as flowers need healthy root systems in order to bloom, feelings can only express their beauty when they are rooted cleanly within us, breaking ground in some manner, sprouting outside us. It is this delicate, paradoxical inch of ground between surface and deep, between a flower and its root, between what is allowed out and what is allowed in, that continually determines whether we are living our lives or not. So taking these words of wisdom within, let's gently allow our eyes to close. And we invoke in here, we invoke for our celebration together the freedom to be who we are, as we are, with the knowing that anything that doesn't feel authentic, we can change. We know that together we're much stronger than apart. We know that together we celebrate stronger and higher and deeper. And therefore we hold each other in the perfect awareness of our ultimate truth of oneness. Our ultimate design as God creatures. And our ultimate expression of our full capacity as God creatures to experience multitude of the levels of living. And we know it all brings us to dissolving into those moments of Godness. Because we're expressing together oneness. And that's what our pictures in our living and loving life. Oneness. With all of its flavors, tastes, and delights. We take on life. As we take on this service in its perfection, allow it to flow, and together we say, and so it is.
And so it is. This month is liking the unlikable, the theme. And so we recognize that what actually is unlikable is what it is, as Sharon spoke to. So we chose Just the Way You Are by Billy Joel for this song. So sing this with us. I know y'all know this. The Piano Man.
Don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me me down before.
Can we get a little more track?
Don't imagine you're too familiar. I don't see you anymore. I would not leave you in times of trouble. We never could have come this far. I took the good times, I'll take the bad times. I'll take you just the way you are. Don't go trying some new fashion. Don't change the color of your hair. You always have my unspoken passion, although I might not seem to care. I don't want clever conversation. I never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are. I need to know that you will always be the same old someone that I knew. Oh, what will it take till you believe in me the way that I believe in you? I said I love you, and that's forever. And this I promise from the heart. I couldn't love you any better. I love you just the way you are.
All right, let's go. Hold that vision of those people that you love. That we can love each other just the way we are. Here we go.
I don't want clever conversation. I never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are.
So let's vision that we actually have a saxophone player here right now, and a drummer, and a bass player, and a piano man. We have a piano woman.
Tune in, turn in, check in for your own intention for this day, for your life, regarding this pledge drive.
We love you just the way you are.
Wow. And we're good lovers, because some of us are a little strange. But we love you just the way you are. Okay, and now it's time that I get to introduce our wonderful speaker, David Allen Cruz, who always delights us and expresses what's in there to us so that we can really join in and really go deeper, really listen deeper. So open up wide, listen to the words, feel the presence, and enjoy. David.
Good afternoon, Antelope Valley, and welcome to the most beautiful day in the world. Let us celebrate this magnificent day together, all right? Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me dio dos luceros que cuando los abro perfecto distingo lo negro del blanco y en el alto cielo su fondo estrellado y en las multitudes a la mujer que yo amo. Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me ha dado el sonido y el abecedario, con él las palabras que pienso y declaro, madre, amigo, hermano, y luz alumbrando la ruta del alma de la que estoy amando. Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me ha dado el oído que en todo su ancho graba noche y día, grillos y canarios, martillos, turbinas, ladridos, chubascos y la voz tan tierna de mi bien amada. ¡Ea! Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me ha dado la marcha de mis pies cansados, con ellos anduve ciudades y charcos, playas y desiertos, montañas y llanos, y la casa tuya, tu calle y tu patio. Gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me ha dado la risa, me ha dado el llanto, y así yo distingo dicha de quebranto, los dos materiales que forman mi canto, y el canto de ustedes que es mi propio canto, y el canto de todos que es el mismo canto. Gracias a la vida vida que me ha dado tanto. ¡Ah! What a wonderful, wonderful day to celebrate. Gracias a la vida, to give thanks to life, because this is the most beautiful day in the world. There's never been a day more magnificent than today. There's never been a time more beautiful, more wonderful than this time, right here, right now, with y'all. This is one of the most beautiful things to realize, that we're living in this most excellent, excellent, miraculous time of life. Today, right here, right now, as you, as you, as you, as you, as you, as you, as me, as Frank, who wins all of the pots. And why not? Why not? I loved hearing those testimonials today. I love hearing how Spirit helps us to recognize the power that we have, because it's the power that we are. There is a power in the universe that works for you because it is you. It is exactly what you are. It is exactly what I am. And I have come to the realization that my life is so wonderfully blessed each and every day of my life. Each and every day of my life. Because there's only one day in my life. Today. This is it. This is my day. What a beautiful day it is. What a beautiful blue sky. What beautiful sunny weather. What beautiful people to speak with. I get to do this again today. Wow. I got to get up this morning. I got to work out. I got to recognize that at 74 years old, I can do 2 full yoga programs and still do 100 push-ups. Yeah. I get to get into my car with my beautiful wife and drive that marvelous Highway 14, to get here, coming into the upper desert, blue skies, sunshine, beautiful hills, hardly any traffic. And just coming here and so excited to be with y'all. You have no idea how much fun this is. So these are the things that we want to recognize. I got to watch the most amazing, wonderful, exciting World Series I've ever seen in my life. And Game 3, the marathon game, the 18-inning game, I started watching that from 35,000 feet in the air, because Nada and I were coming back from New Jersey, New York. I got to be in New Jersey and New York last week and got to watch the changing of the leaves. I got to watch, oh my Lord, life is so good and so wonderful, and it's happening all the time, and it's happening right now. And this is the thing that we want to recognize. This is the month of Thanksgiving. This is the month of gratitude. The song was all about being grateful. And the thing is that, people say, well, how do you feel about Thanksgiving? And long time ago, I let go of that whole thing about the Indians and the Pilgrims and all that kind of stuff. That's not Thanksgiving for me. Thanksgiving is this. Thanksgiving is giving the joy of being with people like you, of being able to be with family, of being able to eat wonderful food. I love to eat. Oh, my God, I love to eat. And the food is so good. And it's such a blessing to be able to enjoy good food with good people. And that's what we look forward to, right? So this month, it's all about recognizing the beauty, the wonderful, the wonder, the glory, everything that is life for us right now, every day in life. Except, I have to admit, there is a challenge going on for me. And it's a challenge that's kind of like a shadow that kind of at times obscures this joy that I have. And this shadow has been kind of intensifying in recent months for me. And it's the kind of thing that has me thinking about it on a daily basis. And it's the kind of thing that does tend to intrude on my joy. It's the kind of thing that it's a threat. And it's a threat to me personally based on the fact that I was born a certain way. And it's a threat that makes me afraid to leave my house. And it's a threat that makes me even afraid to be in my house, because this threat can actually come in uninvited and become a thing of potential harm to me. It affects me physically, it affects me mentally, it can even affect me emotionally. And I think by now you all recognize what I'm talking about. Mosquitoes. What'd you think I was talking about? Nada's over here going, is he really going to go there? Just don't go. I'm serious, mosquitoes. Mosquitoes. I'm serious, mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are my torment. I was born with O-positive blood. Mosquitoes attack O-positive blood more than anything else. You want to not go around mosquitoes? Be near me. They will not attack you because they're feasting on me. They'll come into my house. Did you know that a mosquito can live in the house for as much as 3 weeks because they've got a never-ending supply of food? Me. And the temperature is perfect for them, and they just can fly around and enjoy themselves and wait for lunch and dinner whenever I show up. So here's the thing. How do I, if my philosophy is everything, it's all God, and everything is good, and life is good, and everything, as I teach my clients, everything that exists in my consciousness exists for me, not against me. How do I justify mosquitoes? Because trust me, I want to slap them suckers down. I would eradicate them from the earth. But they're there. They are real. They do exist. How do I deal with that? How do I become that person who loves only and forgives everything, including mosquitoes? So one of the things I realized is when I was in New Jersey and New York, the temperature was considerably cooler. I got to appreciate cooler temperatures because there weren't any mosquitoes. I didn't have to worry about mosquitoes. Too cold for mosquitoes over there at this time of year. So I was like, okay, instead of going, oh, it's cold, it was like, no mosquitoes. I suppose if I was a spider or a dragonfly or a lizard, all of which exist in my garden, I would be wanting to appreciate mosquitoes more, right? So mosquitoes have a purpose. They feed those other things, and then other things eat on them, and then we have all this wonderful life and world that we have. Could I live without mosquitoes? I imagine that I could live really, really happily without mosquitoes. But are mosquitoes a gift from God? Yes! And that's the thing. When I'm getting eaten, I'm not feeling real spiritual. I get these welts, and I'm itching, and I've decided I'm going to have to invest in Afterbite, the Afterbite people, because I'm pouring that stuff on me, Afterbite, and trying to take away the pain and the itching and all that kind of stuff. They eat through my clothes. Right through my clothes. So, how do I deal with that? How do I deal with any of the challenges that are existing right now in my life? How do I deal with the pains and the hurts, the emotional disruptions, the fears that are going on in my life? That are all kind of mosquitoes in their own way, aren't they? They're real, they're there, You got to deal with it. How do you do that and maintain this sense of joy? That's what y'all were talking about today. That's what y'all were recognizing and sharing. I too, I feel that the purpose of my ministry isn't to teach science of mind. I started doing that back in the day when I was just starting doing my presentations, long before I came here. I would do the whole slideshow thing and do the whole quotations thing, and nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong at all. But I realized I'm teaching science of mind. It's not what y'all came here for. You want to learn science of mind, you go to classes. Go to his classes. You'll learn. Read the books. You'll learn. All the philosophy is there. The philosophy is sound. The philosophy works. That's what you all were saying. The question is, how does it work? How do you use it? How do you make it manifest into form in your life? And trust me, I've got my stories too. And recognizing that this philosophy works to such a degree that my life is amazing right now. It's amazing. I'm living large, living good, living comfortably, living safe. And I've got this magnificent woman who for some reason has decided that she wants to love me and let me be in her life. That might be her only flaw. Because in doing that, there's got to be a lot of forgiveness in there, trust me. So, how do you make this thing work? Yes, you learn it. Yes, you learn the philosophy. You do read the books. You do take the classes. By all means, do that. This doesn't happen by accident. This is a discipline. This philosophy requires discipline. This philosophy requires focus. It requires willingness to do the thing that is necessary to do to train the mind and the body to fully believe and fully recognize the power that you have to manipulate the energy that is God into the form that works the best for you. You're doing it anyway. That's the thing. You're doing it anyway. Every time I work with my clients, the first thing I tell them is, you are the creator of your reality. You are the creator. You're not a victim of anything or anyone, other than perhaps your own mind. That's a hard one to take for a lot of people. It's a hard one to take for me too. But when you start recognizing how that power works, when you start recognizing that as you start focusing your mind in the direction that you want to go, and you start recognizing, this is mine, I get to have it. You find the means, it becomes. That's the law of attraction. That's the law of cause and effect. You vibrate so amazingly, so deeply, so profoundly, so powerfully in that direction that it can't help but manifest in the form that you want. But it takes discipline, because a lot of people are saying, but I'm doing the affirmations. Yeah, but do you recognize, do you believe, do you feel, do you vibrate with the affirmations, or has this become a superstition? How many of us, I did, when I started hearing about affirmations, it was the magic potion. Each and every, I get better and better. How does that go? Each and every day I get better and better in every way. Repeat that over and over and over again. But if I don't believe it, it doesn't mean a thing. If I'm expecting it to work at me as a magical incantation, it ain't going to happen. This is a discipline. This philosophy, very intellectual philosophy. This is why I've decided I want to help people learn how to make it work. You've got to absolutely learn it and then give yourself the opportunity to start putting it into practice. You start exercising it. You start realizing that the power is there. The power is you. Each and every day you do everything that you can to make your life and the life of the people around you better. How do you do that? You smile at people. You're kind to someone. You help someone out. You let someone pull into your lane even though they're being a little rude about it. You don't flip the bird. You begin to recognize and forgive people for being people. That's the advantage I have of doing the work that I do as a hypnotherapist, is that I learned a long time ago to lower my expectations so that I don't be disappointed by what people do. Because people are going to disappoint you. If you have expectations, you will be disappointed. You're supposed to do it this way. You're supposed to be like that. You're supposed to treat me this way. And you didn't. And now I'm hurt. And now I'm mad. Now I'm sad. Now I'm angry. And it doesn't have to be that way. We can start recognizing that people are people, and people have different ways of seeing the world, different perception. Perception creates reality. There's another one. Perception creates reality. That's all reality is. And it's individualized perception. Your perception creates your reality. I can't create your reality. I can share mine. You can say, okay, I like that. Let's practice with that one. That's cool. But I can't make your reality for you. Perception creates reality. Well, here's the key. If you change it, this is what y'all did. If you change your perception, you change your reality, and that's what this philosophy is all about. Change your perception. Remember the truth of who you are. You are magnificent. You are powerful. You are divine. You are energy in motion, in action. You are miracles walking on two legs. You are everything you can ever think of yourself as being and more. And all it takes is that deepening and ever-deepening recognition of who you are. And you're saying, well, but how long does it take? and it takes as long as it takes. But here's the thing. You will find success. You will manifest each and every day if you really start looking at the way to do it. Because you start recognizing once again, wow, what a beautiful day this is. And for me, I learned a long time ago. First of all, I have no control, at least I haven't gotten to the point of my personal discipline that I can control the weather. I'm working on it. But that's not even completely true, because when it's really hot or really cold and somebody's really complaining and they say, oh God, it's so hot, and blah, 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 blah. And I remind them, yeah, but it's only as hot as it takes for me to get from my air-conditioned house into my air-conditioned car to my air-conditioned office. So that 10 seconds that it took for me to get to the door and unlock it and walk in, I'm suffering the heat. But the rest of the time, I am controlling the weather, am I not? So in a sense, I can do that. We have evolved. We are creatures of evolution. We are evolving right here and right now. By being here, you are in the process of evolution. We are evolving, and not just biologically, more important, we are evolving spiritually. We are evolving spiritually. Here's the thing. Going back to don't get your expectations up too high so you don't get disappointed. Not everyone is evolving at the same pace at the same time. We do it in different ways and different times. Y'all here have made choices. Nobody's here by accident. Not a single one of you. And I'm going to guess, probably y'all come from a variety of different spiritual, religious traditions from the past. Somewhere along the line, you found out about this thing called science of mind. For some reason, you checked it out, and somehow it kind of vibed right with you, like it did with me. It was like, huh? I did that, huh? And it was like, oh, I think I'm going to come back. And I came back. And then they said more stuff, and it was like, really? And in addition to that, the people, like you guys did to me the first time I came here. We're loving and open and welcoming and friendly and not pushy. No one's trying to sell me a damn thing. And was just, hi, welcome, glad you're here. What can we do for you? Enjoy the show. And I did. And the next thing I knew, I was like hanging out. Next thing I knew, I was making friends. Next thing I knew, I was taking classes. Next thing I knew, I was being asked to be a minister. What? Do you know who you're talking to? You want me to be a minister? That still blows my mind. So, this works when you do the work. Do the work, you'll get the results. Learn the philosophy, yes, learn it, that is absolutely the case, and then start to recognize how to put it into use. And it starts with the littlest things. It starts with that morning recognition of, today is my day. This day exists for me. This day exists for me, and I get to create it and experience it in the way that I choose to today. Now, I will admit, there are those days when it's like a little more difficult, when I'm like vibing on a little lower level vibration. I will cop to that. But you know what? Those days are happening less and less, and more each day is, wow, this is so cool. And what I want to do is next time I'm here, I'm going to continue this theme of gratitude, even though we'll be in December. But why not? Because what I want to do is I want to share with you something that I created called the gratitude exercise, a very simple exercise that I teach my clients. So I want to help that, because it's another technique, another step on how to make it work. But focus your mind on the goodness. Recognize the beauty. Today is a glorious day. It's a beautiful day. It's a magnificent day. And if the day was cloudy and it was raining, it would still be a glorious and beautiful day. And if it was 110 degrees, it would still be a glorious and beautiful day, because you make it so. Namaste, in Lakesh. Aloha. So let me share with you how I recognize that right here and right now, that which is God vibrates as these marvelous, wonderful people before me. You are my gift. You are a gift to me. You are the gift that says, continue this, keep doing this. This is the right thing for you. And I so am grateful for y'all that I recognize you as that divine, as that divinity. You are God in manifestation, in manifest form. And so I get out of the way recognizing that this is so, as together we say, and so it is.
Every deep breath in. Thank you, David. That was beautiful, as always. Very heartfelt. So today's theme is Beneath the Beneath. And this song is called Oceans by Hillsong. And this is where we go deep.
You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep. My faith will stand. call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine. Oh, my grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand will be my guide. Where feet may fail and fear surrounds me, you've never failed and you won't start now. So I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me, and I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine. I am yours and you are mine.
And just take that in and let yourself just be balanced in all that amazingness. It's our time of giving. Those online, there's a nice little button where you can give to. And we always appreciate the very most that you give your heart. Not just this, which is real helpful. But if the heart isn't behind it, you limit the amount that it can really, really expand in its return. So give with your heart. And here's our little reading. Repeat with me. Today I give in love and joy from the overflow of abundance in my life. My gift goes forward to bless and uplift, fulfilling the purpose of our spiritual community. Lives are transformed. I am grateful, and so it is.
And we know that God is our source and our supply, and we give from the overflow of abundance in our lives as we sing God is My Source by Karen Drucker.
And feel it. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source, joy is my power, joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source, peace is my power, peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, peace gives me everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power, love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, love gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need.
Let's go.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Oh God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Everything that I need is right here and right now. Everything that I need. This breath that I take, this breath is all I really need. This breath is all of it. This breath is my connection to the source of life. This breath is all of life. This breath gives me life. Everything that I need is right here and right now. And I'm so grateful that it manifests in the form of this green energy called money that helps us negotiate, helps us work through our societal needs, that helps keep this building going, that helps keep this air conditioning going, to help make everything function so that we can reach out and radiate this energy to the world. And so I give thanks for all these blessings because God gives me everything that I need. And so it is.
So it's that time to circle around, just kind of come forward, and we're not going to join hands right away because we're going to do a little bit of truth before we sing. Okay. Facing each other, say after me. Thank you for being here. We have been blessed by your presence. We know who you truly are. You are a unique way that Spirit is expressing. We love you.
We love you.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
We thank God for you.
We thank God for
And we welcome you here home.
you. And we welcome you.
And now the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth,
And let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as my brother, and we all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be my moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Remember, if you'd like a 2-minute tune-up with your practitioners, stay in the sanctuary. Otherwise, go to Fellowship Hall for snacks.